I'm going to show you how to make a payment link in PayPal. This is great for many things. This example, I'm going to show you how to make a link for a product that I haven't even made yet. This is a really great way to make money fast. It's also a great way to test out ideas, and you'd be surprised how much money you're able to make with just a simple link, with no fancy sales page, no fancy email sequence. If you've got an idea you've been toying with and you think, well, let me see if anybody would be interested in this before I create it, this would be a great way to do that. You'd be surprised if you have built up a good, genuine audience, you've talked with them and they have gotten a good feel for your character, and you've made a really great rapport, and they respect you and you respect them, and they have discovered that you are indeed trustworthy and you have integrity. Essentially, if they feel safe buying from you and they know that even though there isn't a fancy sales page and you've done your due diligence talking to them and letting them know what this will be and how it will help them and why it matters to them and their life, then you'd be surprised that they would click and buy it without ever even seeing a fancy mock-up or sales page. I've made thousands of dollars from one simple pay link. So you can either scroll down on your homepage and create it here, or you can go to left, click create, come to payment link or button and click that. It's going to bring a build your link and button option. You can make buttons or you can do a payment link. Usually just do a payment link and then I'll let it in an email and people can click it directly through there. And it's really simple. You say pretty mock-up bundle. You don't even have to put a description if you don't want. If you want to do just a really quick draft, you send it out to people and see what they think. If you've spent time talking about it at any length, or if you speak about it in email, you probably don't even need a description because they already know what they're getting before they ever get here. See, when you type it in, it's going to put the description here. And you can choose your prices. You can choose one set price or customer set the price. This is interesting, but not necessary. I very rarely do this. I use ThriveCart most of the time, and they do have a pay what you want feature. I don't know that I've ever even used it, but you can. This is also great if you want to, let's say you have a bundle event you're hosting, and you want to have a Patreon section, right? Whether you need a Patreon, whether you would like people to, let's say that you want to give them the option to sponsor, and you can allow them to decide how much they want to pay. You'd be surprised if you give them a tiered option, and let's say you say, well, if you are a part of the gold tier and you pay $200 or more, this is what you get. You get this amount of screen time, you get your images placed higher up, you get more presence in my emails, I promote your stuff more. You can give them 1,000 different things. You get a special coaching session with me. Maybe we go on live somewhere. There's a lot of great ways you can entice them, and then you can also allow them to set their own price. That's one other way I could think of off the top of my head. If you're doing a beta round, whatever, right? Typically, it's the one set price. If you're in USD, you do that. If you're in Australia, etc. Let's say I want it to be $20. And then you can decide if they want multiple items at once. I leave this off because it's digital. So once they have it, they can reuse it as many times as they want. And there's a new option. If you did so choose to have a mock-up, you can add a photo. You can add up to 5 photos, which is pretty fabulous. That is something that did not exist in the past. As you can see, they even have a little new tag. Once you do this, it will plop an image here, and that's really sweet. You can click show more options. It'll tell customers details like delivery instructions. If you wanted them to, if you were doing the bundle example I gave you, you could say put your business details here, plop a link here for your Instagram, your socials, put a link here to your profile image, whatever. You can decide if you want to do certain SKUs. You say this is an item and you have it somewhere in one of your asset banks, and you have this particular product, maybe it has a code, this is maybe product 102. Then you can go in here and you can say this is going to be product 102, and that way you can keep track of what this link is for. But none of these things are required. These are all just really options. to choose from. You can, again, let them keep track of your inventory, etc. If you have 3 options like we were talking about, you can say the premium tier, right? And then perhaps you have a gold tier, and then you can add if there's at a different price point. So the gold tier might be $10 tiers. And then you would add another option, and then you put premium, I suppose. And then the premium would be the $20. So this is useful if you have different options. Let's say you want to do a subscription, you want to send them a link for a subscription. You could do a monthly subscription or an annual subscription. There's different things you can do. Just know this is a one-time thing. So if you are choosing to do some kind of subscription, you will have to like duct tape, Mod Podge some different services together to get that to do what you'd like it to do, to be able to do reoccurring. But you could also just have this be an initial price and then deal with the rest later. So these are lots of different options, but if you just want a simple link, that's all you have to do. Item name, you can choose to do a description. Again, if they already know what it is when they click the link, which they should, then you don't even need a description or an image or anything fancy. And then you're simply going to come over here and you're going to say build it. You'll see there's more actions. You can go through and do different things, but I'm just going to hit build it. Once it's built, now you have a link. So let's say I copy the link. I'm going to open a new tab and I'm going to paste it and I'm going to hit go. It's going to bring me to this beautiful checkout. Super simple. And this is all they need. If you've already told them what it is and they've already made the decision to click, this is all they need to have. Just a simple button. And then bada boom, bada bing, you have made $20 on your very first order. So it's a really great way to really quickly get a simple way to get some money quick and get an offer out there to people so that they can get more help from you. And you don't have to spend all your time spinning your wheels stressed out about how to make a sales page and how to come up with what to say on it and all of that kind of stuff. This is a really great way, especially if you're starting out or if you're just simply testing an idea out. I'm going to show you what I'm going to put in this bundle because I am actually going to be selling a bundle here. So these are actually images that I have done myself, not these ones. I was actually selling one of my microphones. So I did Indeed on my desk. I used to be a photographer, so I guess my photographer person came out when I was doing these. I just decided to make them very pretty. And so when I did that, now once I've already sold it, these are really good. I was going to use them, and I do use them in the backgrounds of my items. And I thought, you know what, people would actually really like this. I have a beta round right now of my Creative Marketing Mastermind group program, and this is a bundle that's in there for free. And I do think I have other images I've made of other things that I've sold, like a projector and a mouse and some other things that I was getting rid of. And so I will include those as well. And these are so cute. You can use them in a blog post. You can use them as a background, banner, etc. They're really cute. And so I'm like, well, hey, this is, again, something that I've created for myself that I can now sell. And that, you'll notice, happens a lot. You can create something and then sell it. And it's something that works because it's something that you have used yourself. So that's it. That is how you make a link. It's super easy. And there's so many different ways that you can edit it, change it out, etc.